happen? There will be more walls of ice, and floods, and wars?
Sabina, stop your arguing and go on with your work.
All right, I'll go on out of habit. But I'm not going to believe in it.
Now, Sabina, I have let you talk long enough. Do I have to tell you what everybody knows? Everyone who keeps a home going? Do I have to say to you what no one should ever have to say because they can read it in each other's eyes? Now listen to me. I would live for 70 years in a cellar and make soup out of grass and bark without ever doubting that this world has a work to do and will do it. Do you hear me?
Yes, Mrs. Antrobus.
Well, just to have known this house is to have seen the idea of what we can do one day if we keep our wits about us. Too many people have suffered and died for my children for us to start reneging now. So we will put this house to rights. Now, Sabina, go and see what you can do in the kitchen.
Kitchen? How come? No matter how far away I go, I always end up back in the kitchen. Ugh.
Goodness gracious, wouldn't you know that my father was a parson? It was just like I heard his own voice speaking, and he's been dead 5,000 years. There, I've gone and almost waked Henry up.
Fellows, what have they done for us? Blocked our way at every step, kept everything in their own hands. You've stood it. When are you going to wake up?
Henry, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. There, that's better. Now let's go and see what we can do to help Sabina.
Oh, I'm gonna go out to the backyard first and hold the baby right up in the air to show her we don't have to be afraid anymore.
All right. What have you got to lose? What have they ever done for us? That's right. Nothing. Tear everything down. I don't care what you smash. We'll build our own world, and we'll show them. All right, do something. All right, and don't think I'm afraid of you either. All right, do it. Do what you were going to do. You don't have to think I'm any relation of yours. I have no father, or mother, or brothers or sisters, and I don't want any. And what's more, I haven't got anybody over me, and I never will have. I'm alone, and that's all I want to be, alone. So you can shoot me.
You're the last person I wanted to see here. The sight of you dries up all of my hopes and my plans. I wish I were at war still, because it's easier to fight you than to live with you. War's a pleasure. Do you hear me? War's a pleasure compared to what faces us now, building up a peacetime with you in the middle of it.
I'm not going to be a part of any peacetime of yours. I'm going a long way from here, where I can build my own world that's fit for a man to live in, where a man can be free and have a chance and do what he wants to do in his own way.
Henry, let's try again.
Try what? Living here? Speaking polite to all the old men like you? Standing like a sheep at the street corner until the red light turns to green? Being a good boy and a good sheep, like all the stinking ideas you get out of your books? Oh no, I'll make a world and I'll show you.
And how can you make a world for people to live in until you first put order in yourself? Mark my words, I shall continue to fight you so long as you mix up your idea of liberty with your idea of hogging everything for yourself. I will have no pity on you. I will pursue you to the ends of the earth. You and I want the same thing. But until you see it as something that everybody has a right to, you are my mortal enemy, and I will destroy you.
Henry, are you awake?
I hear your mother's voice in the kitchen. Have you seen her?
I have no mother. Get it in your head. I don't live here. I have nothing to do here. I have no home.
Well, then why come here? With the whole world to choose from, why come to this place? 216 Cedar Street, Excelsior, New Jersey. Well,
What if I did? What if I wanted to see it? To see if it...
oh, you're related, all right. When your mother comes in here, you must behave yourself. Do you hear me?
What is this? Must behave myself?
Why?
Nobody can say must to me. All my life, everyone's always been crossing me. Everything, everyone, all of you. But I'm going to be free, even if I have to kill half the world for it. And right now, too.
You know what happened last night? You almost strangled him.
Oh, it's true. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what comes over me. I have nothing against him personally. I respect him. I admire him. But something comes over me. It's like I'm 15 years old again. Listen, my own father used to whip me. He never let me have enough money to buy decent clothes. I couldn't go out every Saturday night, and I never had enough to eat. My father and my uncle put rules in front of everything I tried to do. They tried to prevent me from living at all. I'm sorry.
No, go on. Finish what you were saying. Say it all.
In this scene, it's as though I were back in high school, and there's this big emptiness inside of me, and it fills up with the one thought that you have to fight and strike and kill. It's almost as if you have to kill somebody else to keep from killing yourself.
Wait a minute. I have something to say too. You see, he wouldn't feel that way if there wasn't something in me that reminded him of all that. He mentioned an emptiness. Well, there's an emptiness inside me. I do nothing but work. I've ceased to live. No wonder he feels so much hatred towards me.
There, at least you said it. Come and put your head under some cold water.
I'll go with him. I've known him a long while, and you have to go on with the show. Come with me.
Thanks. Thanks for what you said. I'll do better tomorrow. I won't lose control in that place. I promise.
George, do I see you limping?
Oh, yes, a little. My wound from the old war has started smarting again. I'll manage.
Some lights are coming on. The first in 7 years. People are walking up and down the street looking at them. Over in Hawkins' open lot, they put a bonfire to celebrate the peace. They're dancing around it like scarecrows.
A bonfire. As if they hadn't seen enough things burning. Maggie, the dog died?
Oh yes, long ago. There are no dogs left in Excelsior. Get back again. All these years, I gave up hoping for letters. The few that arrived were anywhere from 6 months to a year late.
Oh, the ocean is full of letters. Along with other things.
George, sit down. You're tired.
I'm tired, but I'm restless. Maggie, I've lost it.
What, George? What have you lost?
The most important thing of all. The desire to begin again, to start building.
Well, it will come back.
No, I've lost it. I feel like some of those people dancing around the bonfire. Just relief. Just the desire to settle down into the old grooves and keep the neighbors from walking on my lawn. But during war, in the middle of all that blood and dirt and hot and cold every day and every night, I would have moments, Maggie, where I could see the things that we could do when it was all over. When you're at war, you think of a better life. When you're at peace, you think of a more comfortable one. I've lost it. I feel tired and sick.
Listen, the baby's crying. I heard Gladys talking. Probably she's crying for Henry again. George, while Gladys and I were living here like moles, like rats, and when we were at our wits' end trying to save the baby's life, the only thought we clung to was that you were going to bring something good out of this suffering. In the night, in the dark, we whisper about it, starving and sick. Oh, George, you'll have to get back again. Think, what else kept us alive all these years? Even now, it's not comfort we want. We can suffer whatever is necessary. Only give us back that promise.
Mrs. Antrobus, will you need me?
No, Sabina, you can go to bed.
Mrs. Antrobus, if it's all right with you, I'd like to go down to the bonfire to celebrate the war being over. And Mrs. Antrobus, they've just opened up the Gem Movie Theater, and they're giving away a hand-painted soup tureen to every lady, and one of us has to go.
Well, Sabina, I haven't any money. I haven't seen any money for quite some time.
You don't need money. They're taking anything you can give them. And I have some... Mrs. Antrobus, promise you won't tell anyone? It's a little against the law. But I'll give you some too.
What is it, Sabina?
I'll give you some too. Yesterday, I picked up some beef cubes.
But Sabina, you know you ought to give that into the center downtown. They know who needs them most.
Mrs. Antrobus, I didn't make this war, and I sure didn't ask for it. And in my opinion, after anything anybody's gone through, they have a right to grab what they can find. Mr. Antrobus, you're a very nice man, but you would have gotten along better in this world if you realized dog eat dog was the rule in the beginning, and it always will be, and especially now. The world is a terrible place. You know it is. And I used to think something could be done about it. But I know better now, and I hate it.
Thank you, Sabina.
Can I have one to go to the movies? Thank you.
Good night, Sabina.
Mr. Antrobus, don't mind what I say. I'm just an ordinary girl. You know what I mean. But you're a very bright man. I mean, you've invented the wheel and the alphabet and all sorts of things. And if you have any other plans, don't let me stop you. Only every now and then, I just have to go to the movies. My nerves can't stand it. But if you have any other ideas about improving this crazy old world, I'm with you. I really am. Because it's good night.
Now, I remember what three things always went together when I could see most clearly. Three things. Three things! The thought of the people and their confusion and in their need, and the thought of you and the children and this house and... Maggie, I didn't dare ask you, but my books, they haven't been lost, have they?
No, there are some of them right here. Kind of tattered.
We almost lost them once before. And when we did recover a few torn copies, they ran through everybody's minds like a fever. Practically changed the world themselves. I haven't forgotten for long that living is a struggle. And every good and excellent thing in this world stands moment by moment on the razor edge of danger and must be fought for. Whether it's a house, or a field, or a country. All I ask is the opportunity to build new worlds, and God has always given us that opportunity. He's given us our voices to guide us, and the memories of our mistakes to warn us. Maggie.